Yes, when I asked CYL for CYF for help, they suggested this program to me. Tiffany Lumpkin came out and talked to me and showed me like what the program entailed and like what I would have to do to complete the program and have better family decision making or whatever it's called. And I said yes, and that's where it started from, which I'm glad. I mean, they've helped me out a lot. My life's been pretty crazy since then, but I don't know. I enjoy the program. I think it's a good program. I think anybody should. I don't know, if you need help, ask. That's what I was taught, and I never did that before, and I did this time, and they have helped me out a lot. Like, my electricity was shut off. They helped me pay the bill. Not all of it, because I had to come some money. And then from there, they come and they visit me like every week. Pulled resources from the community, but I don't know how to use them. So it's really hard. It's hard. I've gone through a lot of changes since I've been in this program. I decided to get off methadone, went to rehab, and since I came back, it's been just awful. It's just been one thing after another, and I'm trying to get through it, but it's really, really hard. It's really hard. I don't know, I'm in like a really bad spot right now. So like sharing is really hard. It's very emotional. And once again, they're going to help me again. So I don't know. I think, yeah, there is hope. But right now, it's just really hard. And I have 2 kids that rely on me, and I'm not being that productive member of society. Everybody's normal, whatever normal is. And it's really hard. But there has been good with the bad and bad with the good. And it's just a lot to deal with when you're just getting clean again and you don't have that crutch to support you, because it's just awful. It brings so many bad consequences, but I don't know. I'm just trying to push through. And some days I don't even want to do that. So it's been hard. It's been really hard.
What made you get off the methadone?
Methadone is awful. It's the devil's drug. I didn't like it. I just really wanted to be clean. But I'm dealing with a lot of mental health issues that I've always known I've had them, but there's been such a stigma with mental health issues in my family that I was never allowed to share like what I was feeling at that point and what was going on. So it's always been in the dark for me. So it's really hard. It's been really hard.
You say you weren't allowed to share. Does the program you're in, does it help you?
Yeah, because they don't judge you at all. There's no judgmental. I haven't been not one judgmental person since I started this program. So, and that's good because they understand. And they're not like, oh God, she's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's all her. It's all her. It's not me. Like Emily just said, it's not my fault that I have something wrong with my brain. But I've always been taught that it has been my fault.
They're helping you get through that
Yes.
stigma?
Well, there'll always be that stigma in today's society. Let's just be honest. But when you have people that are around you that support you and are not judging you because of your mental health, that makes a big difference. A really big difference. I just need to get to the other side, and I just don't know how to do it alone.
Can you see the other side?
Right now, yes and no, but mostly no. just because of the way that I'm feeling. And I can't control it, so that's another whole issue with me. Like, I have no control over the way I'm feeling, and I don't know why. I need to do what's best for me now, and this program has always, like, since I got involved in this program, they've done nothing but supported me. So I consider them my family now more than anything, because that's how they treat me. Like, I'm their family, not caseworker, KC, not CYF person, court person. That's not how they treat me. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. And respect goes a long way with me. And I just need their help. I consider them good friends and family, and I respect their opinion, so.
Well, that should help. You know, as long as everybody's getting along, that should help. If you don't mind, what type of, I don't know how to put this right, but what type of treatment? I mean, there's lots of different treatments.
There's a lot of different treatments. Well, my first and foremost, I need to figure out really what's going on with me, which it's called the deck over Western Psych, and you just have to go in and I guess get a full workup or whatever. But I mean, I know what's wrong with me. I'm just depressed. I just can't kick it. And it's really hard. I want to be functional. I want to be able to take care. Not that I don't take care of my kids, because I do. They have everything they need. But I don't feel like a mom. So I guess the first step is going to the deck and maybe making them put me back on the right meds, because I have been involved in mental health for a long time, but I've always kept it quiet. I never told nobody, because you weren't allowed. Like, it was like a no-no. So I never told anybody that I was seeking treatment for what was going on in my head. So I always had to keep it quiet. And at one point, they did have me on a right combination of medication, but now being an addict, or a recovering addict, I should say, because I haven't used, the medications that sometimes they do provide for you, it can be addictive. So they don't want to give addicts addictive medication. So when I was in rehab, they switched my medications all around, and ever since then I've been really, really, really low. And I don't want to be there no more. So first step was going, I guess, to the deck whenever I can get there. I just don't have a drive to do it myself. To thinking about taking 2 buses to go to no way. There's no way. Can't do it.
If you don't mind me asking, what made you start using?
Oh God, I was 15. I loved it. That's sick, but it's true. I liked the way that it made me feel happy all the time. And since I was, the first time I was ever in a mental health issue was, I was in 2nd grade. I have insomnia horribly. I've had it since I was born, I think. Some way, somehow, I think that's because I've always not slept. So what I precluded to using was, when I did use, I would sleep right, and I would function, well, not function as a normal addict, because nobody that's normal gets high every day. That's retarded. But when I did get high, I felt so much better. But there are severe consequences for that. One, your life. At any given minute, you can die. 2, I've lost almost everything because of it. Well, not almost. I did lose everything, along with myself. So it's been a lot of years of like pain and torture with you going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. And it progresses so quickly. Like, I was that normal function. I maintained a job for 17 years with the Pittsburgh Public School Police. You know what I mean? I wasn't a junkie under the bridge. I was your next door neighbor that you had no idea. And that's how life is. But my whole world has crashed down since then. So, because I lost my job in 2011. Because I was in possession of heroin in a school, in uniform. Which is awful, because those kids I grew so close with my kids at work, they were like my own children. They would show up here, and if they needed somewhere to stay, I was here. Their parents knew where they were. I would try to get them worked out. Everything that these people with small states are doing for me, I did once in my life too. Because I don't judge anybody. I never have. That's just the wrong thing to do. And I guess it's my turn to get help. You know, I've never put myself first, ever. I've always put myself last. But that's just, I think, an inbred character trait that I will never be able to get rid of. But right now it's time to take care of me, and I don't know how to do it, which is sad. It's really sad. But you gotta start somewhere, I guess.
How long have you been clean for now, Callie?
Last time I have been clean since October 18th.
2013.
Yes, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So just was 40-some days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How have you been doing it despite feeling so low?
Because I don't want to get high anymore. It's just, it only makes things 10 times worse. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Besides your personal goal, not using because how you feel, is there anything else that drives you to not use?
My kids. Because I don't want them to be anything like me. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, they will be like me. It's just that they learn behaviors. And I don't want them to ever feel like I feel. It's hard. It is hard. And there's a lot of things I want out of life, But right now I have to take care of me in order to get to that other side. And it's just right now small baby steps. And if I have to stay in bed for the next 2 days before I go to the deck, then that's what I'll do. Not that I want to, by any means. I want to get up. I want to be able to function. I want to be able to clean up my house, take care of my kids, do that. But I can't. It's hard. So, just one thing at a time, I guess. Until it gets better. I always say it gets greater later. So, I'm still waiting. Been waiting since I was 15. So, it's really hard. But, I don't know, this program probably has saved my ass too many times. Now it's time to save my face. But I'm alive still, I guess that's all that matters. I'm not in jail. I do have a roof over my head. I have lights, I have heat, I have water, I have cable, I have a telephone, I have 2 beautiful kids. I have a lot to be grateful for. I don't have everything I want, but what I want is not what I need. So there's a difference.
And you're working really hard towards what you need.
Trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's just hard right now. It's scary. That unknown abyss to feel like you're always drowning. And somebody's just keeps pulling your foot just a little bit further down. Until you actually do drown. And I just feel like I keep fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And sometimes you have to surrender to win. I guess. Play dead. In order for them people to let you go. And that's what I feel like I'm doing right now, and it's really hard. Because I don't want to let those people go because I do love them. But they're bad for me. They're really bad for my mental state.
Which people?
Like my mother, which is a huge one, because I feel like she's really pulling me down by my ankles both at the same time. And almost like she has a vendetta against me, which is probably not true, but that's what it feels like. But I've hurt her. But holy hell, get the hell over it, damn. Life moves on. Don't keep drowning me. It's hard for addicts because we always focus on the negative, never the positive. We get stuck in this negative rut where everything becomes a negative until we get high. And that's where I feel like I'm at right now. I feel like I'm on a relapse road. And it's really scary because I keep holding on to the white knuckling it because I don't want to be back there. It's hard. But it'll be okay, I guess. I don't know. I have no clue anymore. I don't. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Like, I worry about the strangest things.
You seem to know where you want to go. That has to be a plus.
I do. I want to be on the other side, but getting there for me, when you have no drive or motivation, which I came from I was very driven. Growing up as a kid, I was very driven. I was very, I went to IUP on a full scholarship to play softball. I was going to try for the Olympics, everything. I was very driven, and I lost it somewhere. And ever since then, I have had no drive. Something that weighs 1/10 of me drove me more to do that than life.
Do you know what made you lose it?
No. No, because I feel like I've always been like this. And I think it won. Like it won the battle.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm still alive, but it's winning right
It's
now.
funny.
It is winning. It's winning right now. And that's hard.
What about when you're in rehab?
When I was in rehab, I felt great. And I come home and when I was in rehab, I felt great. One, like, if I did it for myself, and I was there by myself, and I didn't have, like, a lot of the responsibilities, so I could focus on myself. And then since I came home, I've not been able to focus on myself at all. So that means the disease is winning. It has put everything in front of myself. And once you start doing that for a long period of time, you eventually do get high. That I know. I know that for a fact. I can tell you all about that. I can tell you all about the disease of addiction and what it does to people and how bad it ruins their lives. And I see it, like I can see it, but at this point, I care, but I don't care. Because I'm looking for that relief. And that's hard. So it's all constant battle every day. You know, the devil over here and the angel over here. Nobody's meeting in the middle. And sometimes those devil horns get a hook in you and you're gone.